Hey you guys, welcome back to K&K's Inspired Creations with Latara. So today I'm going to show you guys how I made this really cute carrot cake using only Dollar Tree supplies. And so I basically start off with some air dry clay, some white air dry clay that you can get from pretty much anywhere. Sometimes you can find air dry clay at Dollar Tree, Walmart, Amazon, your craft store, any of that. But I like to use this one. This one is from this creator on Facebook. Her name is Designs by Janira. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And she has some of the best foam clay out there. So all I did was add some orange paint to it, some acrylic paint that I got from Dollar Tree. And just kind of smushed it together, molded it together to make sure all of the clay ended up the same orange color. And when it comes to that, you can always add more if you want your orange to be darker. You can leave it how it is if you want it to be more of a pastel. I added a little bit more because I didn't want it as pastel-y of an orange. I kind of want it to look like an actual, carrot. Carrots are like orange. So that's what I wanted. But you don't want to add too much to air dry clay because you don't want it to start to stiffen up a little bit. So what I'm doing now is I'm just using a rolling pin, and I am kind of smushing it out so that it can go on top of the cake base that I'm going to use. So this is something that I got from Dollar Tree. It's literally just like a wood piece that you can get from Dollar Tree. And I'm just flattening it out to make sure it's big enough to go like lengthwise big enough as well as widthwise big enough. So I'm going to use some silicone glue to make sure that the air dry clay adheres to the wood permanently, because I don't want it to like come up, later on or whatever. So using any type of glue like silicone glue, tacky glue from Dollar Tree, super glue, anything with a strong adhesive, not hot glue, but anything like with a strong adhesive would be great to get it to where it adheres to the wood. Wood glue, any of that would be great just to get it so that it stays on there permanently. So I'm just putting it on there, getting the shape of it, smoothing it out, trying not to get my fingerprints and stuff all over it, keep it smooth and stuff like that. And then I'm going to use like a little tool that I actually got from Dollar Tree just to kind of push everything in so that I'm not using my fingers because my fingers are, kind of chunky. And then I'm using a knife, an X-Acto knife, to basically just go ahead and cut it off on the sides so that it's like the same, size of the carrot or whatever, which is really cute. And I do want to take a moment to just thank you so much for watching my videos. You can be watching anybody else's videos on the planet, but you're watching mine, and I'm very much appreciative of it. If this is your first time on my channel and watching any of my videos, welcome. And if you are a returning person, thank you and welcome back. I appreciate you so much. If you're not already subscribed, definitely consider subscribing to my channel. I do lots of fake bakes and DIYs, especially for different holidays, different seasons, stuff like that. So if you like stuff like that, definitely follow me, leave a comment, and share and all that great stuff. And so now I am using some more of that glue because I'm going to adhere more air dry clay or foam clay to the top part where like the stem is, the the green stuff. I don't know. I get my mind goes blank when I'm doing these voiceovers, and it's really annoying. Okay, so that's why. But yeah, so I'm going to use green. And again, you can get your air dry clay from any of those places. You can also get it from Designs by Janira off of Facebook as well. And so that's all I'm going to do. So, but instead of, smoothing it out and all that good stuff like I did with the orange, I'm going to just kind of make it look kind of messy because it is supposed to resemble like, the greenery that's on a carrot or whatever. So I'm just taking like bits and pieces of it and just kind of like smushing it around and trying to make it have some type of little texture to it, if that makes sense. Because you can kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm going to do it all over the whole the whole thing, all of it on the sides, not the bottom or anything like that, the top. And I'm going to do the bottoms, all the parts that you can actually see. And I think it came out so great. That was my first time doing something like that. Designs by Janira, she does it all the time. I think she calls it like messy clay or whatever. And I've seen her do it before and I wanted to try it. So this is the project that I tried it on. It came out so cute. And while I'm looking at it, it looks like I took 2 of these carrot wood pieces that I got from Dollar Tree. It looked like I took about maybe 2 of them and probably wood glued them together and then made this project, because it looks really thick. It looks thicker than what I, would purchase from Dollar Tree, just like 1 piece, whatever. But yeah, that's all I'm doing, is just pretty much adding the green air dry clay to this project. And I'm going to speed it up because I'm pretty much doing the same thing here. And this project actually didn't take that long to do, because I only really used like air dry clay, 2 different colors, some glue and stuff like that. So it's a very inexpensive, and it wasn't very time consuming. So this can be used as like a riser. It can be used as like a candle holder, like a candle stand, anything like that. It can go on like if you have like a Easter setup or whatever. You can always use this as some like decor for it. Like, it's so cute and so versatile that you can pretty much use it for anything. And like I said, it was not expensive. I got everything pretty much from Dollar Tree, and except for the air dry clay, and it wasn't time consuming at all. So yeah, this is a really good beginner project if you're new to DIYing, fake baking, stuff like that. So since this is like a cake, I wanted to do like a little border around the cake. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm using a mold that I got off of Temu, honestly. It's like a cake mold. And I'm using brown air dry clay, and I'm just going to put a border around like the orange carrot part of this carrot cake. And it would, honestly, the only reason why I did that is because I just wanted it to resemble a cake, to make sure that when you look at it, you're thinking, oh, it's a cake. It's a carrot cake. And I know that we see, carrot cakes, they're usually like white icing and stuff like that. But this one is actually shaped like a carrot. So it's like a carrot cake. But I wanted to make sure that I did a border at least on the bottom. I was thinking about maybe the top 2, but I decided against it. But I know I definitely wanted to do like a border around the bottom of it because it is cake. And of course I did brown because carrots, they grow out of the ground. So, it kind of resembles, dirt or whatever, if that makes sense. But definitely something you don't have to do if you were going to recreate this cake. That was just something I wanted to do to kind of make it scream, this is a cake, or, if that makes sense. But yeah. And that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much done. I guess I didn't show how I put the little lines in the carrots, but I just used like a cake like tool to do that. So you can always do that. I'm adding a little bit of glitter because glitter makes everything better. And that's pretty much it when it comes to this tutorial. Like I said, it's very easy, very beginner friendly. And here is the final reveal. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and definitely let me know if you make one. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. See you next time.